Hi, football fans, and welcome to my take on sports with Dali. So, we are on day number 4 or 5 of the Euro 2024 championships, and so far, we've had some ups and downs, some really unexpected results, some very obvious wins and losses, some really shocking ones. But I've been away for the weekend, so I have not been able to catch up with you all. With some games. So basically, I am going to start with Germany, Scotland, just a quick review, nothing much. I expected Germany to beat Scotland. I mean, it was quite obvious. Scotland really struggled to compete, and they got a player sent off. They ended up losing that match 5-1, quite predictable. I thought it would be 4-1, but last minute Chan goal ensured that the Germans went with the result quite comfortably. And then, of course, the other game I would like to touch on would be Spain versus Croatia. I thought Croatia would do a lot better than they did. They didn't score any goals. Spain ended up winning 3-0. And of course, well-deserved, but at the end of the day, I think it was quite expected. Spain has got one of those teams which are always have got some really impressive players. And, the Croats, maybe they'll do better in the second round of these group stages. But at the moment, I think they're still trying to figure themselves out. But it was really a tough task for them to go ahead against Spain and expect more than what they got. So they got beaten 3-0. The Swiss, on the other hand, did really well. They beat Hungary 3-1, and I predicted that scoreline because I just thought they would be quite a lot stronger than the Hungarians. So yeah, expected results. I was really surprised though with how hard the Italians had to work to get a result against the Albanians. It was really surprising for me, but of course, I think the Albanians did not come to this tournament to be anybody's whipping boys, and they really put in a hard shift. They made the Italians work for it. But of course, the Italians have got some pedigree, like I said before, and they found it. They found it in themselves to come away with the win. So of course, they won 2-1, and they are looking forward to the next stages of these group games. So good result for them. Slovenia, Denmark, I wasn't sure because I really didn't know much about both teams. Let's be honest. I think I went for Denmark to beat Slovenia 2-0 for no good reason whatsoever, but it ended up being a 1-1 draw. Pretty good. We see what happens in the next round. Denmark are taking on England on Thursday. Then we'll see how they do. I'm going to talk about England soon in a bit because I'm just going to go through a quick roundup here. I think the best game so far has been Romania versus Ukraine. It was really unexpected. I did not expect Romania to come out fighting. They really, really gave Ukraine a tough match. They rode all of them. They were aggressive. They were passionate. They were resilient. And they came here today anyway, when they were playing, they made sure that they came out with a great result, and it was a fantastic result for them. I was really impressed, and I can't wait to see what else they're going to give us in the tournament. They're definitely not lacking in passion. Poland versus the Netherlands, I was sure that, I think I went for a 2-2 draw, leaning towards the Netherlands, and the Netherlands actually won this match, and they won 2-1. And nothing much, Depay was there, he had some chances, and there was really nothing. I think the first rounds, we really need to be aware. Some of these teams, we don't really know them that well. We don't know the form they're coming into the tournament with. So literally, we just need to be quite observant, let's just see what they do. I reckon they might bring out, better strategies for the next stage of the group games. And then I'm going to go and talk about Serbia-England. Serbia-England, the first half was quite dynamic, I thought. Saka on the right was incredible. He put in a good shift. Bellingham scored the winner, a pretty header. After that, England sat back and they absorbed a bit of pressure. They would put themselves under a bit of pressure. Pickford, had to save quite a few chances, from going in. But I don't know why England really sat back and decided to defend a 1-goal lead. All those credentials that were being given about favourites for this tournament, I'm going to take a step back. I mean, it's possible it can happen. Maybe they're still trying to figure out how to go about it and they're being careful. But I think they might just be too careful at this point. They're really looking very basic. And I think the Danish might actually think they've got a good chance against them, considering the showing they put up against Serbia. It wasn't greatly impressive. It was steady and it was too cautious. I think Gareth Southgate needs to sort it out. Otherwise, we might be seeing our boys back home sooner rather than later. Belgium versus Slovakia. Wow. I did not expect this result at all. I went for a Belgian win. I thought De Bruyne, Lukaku, Telemans, Trossard would be too strong for Slovakia, but of course not. The Slovaks went ahead. They've beaten Belgium 1-0. What can you say? First round. Let's see how they do. I wish them luck, but I really thought the Belgians would be a lot better than they are. Shocking. I am really shocked, but football, will show you flames if you're not prepared, and we should be prepared for this. And I'm going to be thinking tomorrow's games, Turkey, Georgia. I think I went for Turkey in my initial predictions. I'm going to stick with that. We'll see what happens. There isn't a lot of players to look into for that game that I know. So I'm going to watch it and see what happens, see who wins. Good luck to them. The late match for the day is Portugal versus the Czech Republic. Now, this is one of those games. I think the Czech Republic, from what we've seen, they might surprise us. They might surprise us and get a win. Some teams have come around and done that, but they're going against a Portugal squad that has got incredible talents in almost every position. Just in goal, who's in goal for Poland, for Portugal? Portugal's in goal, we've got probably Diogo Costa will probably start. He's Porto's main keeper, and he's pretty good. In defense, you've got Pepe, Ruben Dias, great defender. Well, he's pretty decent anyway for Man City. But then, when you think about some of the City players in the tournament so far, you're wondering if it's Pep's influence that makes them good. And then when they go to play for their national team, they look a bit, clueless because they're well managed. So I don't know. Hopefully, maybe, I think this will be a bit of a litmus test. Let's see how well Man City players do outside of Pep's influence. Cancelo, love him. In midfield, you've got Bruno Fernandes playing for Manchester United. Let's see how he does. I didn't think he did great for Man U. Not a lot of players did very well for Man U this season, but let's see how he does. I reckon he'll be influential. You've got Ruben Neves, Pedro Neto potentially also on starting, João Felix from Barcelona. Let's see how he does. Conceição, and of course Ronaldo CR7. I don't know if he'll start or not, but I reckon he will. They have to make sure that they get a result. There's been a lot of teams that have made that error by not putting, maybe not putting out all their best players, thinking it's only the first round. It might not work for them. So I reckon he might start. But I'm going for Portugal to actually beat the Czech Republic. I am not sure by how many goals, but I think they're going to win. Otherwise, that is the first roundup. I'm going to be back tomorrow evening to see how all those games go. Then I'll do another review of the tournament or of the next round of the group stages. Then we'll see how my predictions do then. But so far, my predictions, apart from the first few games, haven't been quite spot on. So we'll see how we do. All right, then. Thank you. I will see you on the other side.
Okay, let's go.